Hi everybody. I created another set of actions. It's called Next Level Fun, and it's for, I would say, probably the intermediate Photoshop user. Um, it's not complicated. Really, everything's sort of a paint-on action, but you do have to follow instructions and I guess know your way around Photoshop a little bit. Not much. So this is a picture my husband took of me last year against some random truck, somebody in a parking lot. I thought the truck was cool, so we got a picture. Um, Normally I edit clients or whoever I happen to be shooting at the moment, but I wanted to make a particular action that looks really cool on like old vehicles. And this is an old and restored vehicle, so it's not quite as cool, but like you get an old rusty truck and this action I'm going to show you looks really cool on it. But first, let's do the light or dark action. So this image is kind of flat, but we're going to work on that. You run this action, click on it, press play. You have a light and a dark. So we'll start with light. And make sure you've got your brush tool selected. I've got my opacity set at 100%, and I'm setting my flow to about 6%. You can hold down the Alt and right click and drag and make your brush bigger and smaller. I don't know how many people know that, but there you go. A little quick tip. So make my brush a little bit bigger, and I'm going to paint lightness on. Now, I like to paint lightness on the face especially, like whatever's the lightest tends to draw you. So we'll do that. And that's about the only place I think I need extra lightness. Dark, I do like to darken the edge of images a bit. So we'll do that. Also, you can use light and shadows to, like right up here, slim down this. Anything that's shadowed looks, smaller. Anyway, I'm gonna hit X and take off some of that. Got a little carried away. And then light looks bigger, so you can do that up there, maybe down here, because you can almost contour with it, Sorry, excuse me, press the wrong button. Here we go. Back to my brush tool. All right, so I'm going to go Control-Shift-E and compress those layers. The next thing I'm going to do is really cool. I'm going to paint on punch. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to press play. Notice a box pops up and gives you instructions. When the box pops up, slide the detail slider to the far right. Find the saturation and slide it to the right too. So you hit continue, and there's your box. Here's details. We'll slide it all the way over to the right. Makes the whole picture look crazy, right? And then saturation, you can slide that all the way over to the right as well. And just hit OK. And it's going to finish playing this action. And so it's making a bunch of adjustments and doing a bunch of fun stuff. Just give it a moment. There we go. Now, looks the same as when we left it because you painted on. So you're on this little black box over here. Make sure your brush is set to white. And I'm going to leave the flow at 6%. And I'm just going to paint this on this truck. Especially this little Chevrolet logo thing on the front. That looks really cool. For any of you who shoot car shows and things like this, would be a fun action. Fun one to play with. Now, you may or may not have noticed what this did, but you can click on this eye right here to see, like this layer, what it does and does not do. Look at that. Talk about next level, huh? Looks amazing. That looks just so cool. I love that. Now, you can even paint some of this on these trees even. I wouldn't necessarily go as bold as we did with the truck. Look at that. Just brightens it all up and adds some just really cool details to it. Okay, so to compress this layer again, Control-Shift-E. And then we have Paint on Contrast. So you can just put the contrast exactly where you want it. Just spot check your contrast here. So we play that. It says Paint on Contrast using a white brush. Good. Got a brush. Click on that box. White brush. And one of the places I like to add contrast, especially on women, is on the hair. Just brings it out, makes it pop. Right? Now you can also put it on the trees. Notice it just makes everything pop. And I'm going to drop my flow down to 2, and I'm even going to do a little bit on the face. And there we go. Shift Control E to compress those layers. And what we can do is we can go to History and click this little camera. And so that's your current snapshot. That's what it looks like right now. Well, you can go to the original image and then hit Snapshot and see what you've done. Before, after, before, after. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you'd like to purchase these actions, you can go to wetsilver.com and click on For Photographers. That'll take you directly to my Etsy shop. All my actions are $5. Have fun.